Hi, my name is Koushik Majumder, an author from India. I'll be reading a part from my book Nataraj, The Shiva Within Us. The chapter is called Guru Devo Maheshwara. The temple had changed the ambience of the neighborhood. From last few years, it had started receiving visitors from all parts of the world. There was a large boundary wall that surrounded the place. There was a sanctum sanctorum at the center of the area, which they called Garbhagriha. It was the place where the main golden Nataraj statue was there. It was also the place where Guru Sundaracharya conducted his daily rituals and met his disciples and shared his pravachans. Guru had acquired a good number of followers, with many important people in the city visiting him daily. There were politicians, policemen, business tycoons, professors, and many others among his disciples. Guru had also started reaching out to his disciples through online platforms. There was an official YouTube channel of the temple trust where they telecasted Guru's pravachans and the artis held. Grandma had started visiting the temple from last year. She had become a regular now. She would mention to Vicky how she had started to find peace with her inner self after her visits. Guru's voice was like a medicine that healed all the pain. She had requested Vicky many times to join her, but in vain. The day was Shivratri, and there was a grand yajna to be performed at the temple by the Guru himself. Grandma came to ask Vicky to join her. Come with me, dear. You stay disturbed all the time nowadays. Come and listen to Guru's words. Your body and mind will be refreshed. Oh, Grandma, I am not interested in all these rituals. Please don't request me. Also, I can't go in that crowded place with this one leg. If something happens, I will get hurt. Why will something happen to you? It's God's place. No one gets hurt there. There is always a lot of space for everyone. I can see it from here. The crowd is huge. Anytime there can be a stampede. The disciples of the Guru are there to coordinate everything. They are doing great service to the society. People visit the temple because they get relief from their pain after hearing Guru's words. Nothing bad ever will happen here from now. They feed the poor people, they help the needy ones. They spread the message of eternal love throughout the city. They deliver prasad free to every corner of the city. In Guru's disciples, there is no differentiation in the basis of caste or financial conditions. Everyone is treated the same. After a long time, our city has seen a direction to uplift itself from the darkness. I know all this, Grandma, and you have told me 1,000 times. I know, but you will have to come today. I won't take no for an answer. Grandma started pulling his hands to accompany her to the temple. Vicky agreed unwillingly. When they reached the temple premises, they could see people in large numbers waiting in organized queues to enter the place. There was no commotion or fight for the delay. Everyone seemed to have developed an unpleasant patience. After half an hour, they could enter inside. There were lines of mats spread out on the ground where the disciples were sitting. There was a separate one for specially able person. Grandma was right. Everyone had a place in this temple. Vicky asked Grandma to sit in one of the lines and went to the line for specially able people. A young girl dressed in all white clothes helped him to settle down. The yajna started inside and the mantras could be heard throughout large mics and covered the entire temple premises. There were big screens set up in different places which showed the place where yajna was performed. Vicky looked at one of the screens. A middle-aged man dressed in spotless white dhoti and shawl performed the yajna. He had a peculiar white beard which matched the color of his dress. He resembled the sages from Mahabharata or Ramayana serials in TV or images of the books. He had seen him before in video, but today he looked spectacular, like an actual rishi who had descended from heaven. Everyone around Vicky were swinging with their hands, folded with the rhythm of mantra. Little girls aged around 13 or 14 and looking like apsaras were moving around the disciples to provide them with water or help the aged people. The entire ambience was sure to inspire someone's spiritual side. Vicky closed his eyes and tried to hear the chanting. The voice was heavy and each word seemed like a thunder falling from the mics. The ritual got over after 1 hour. The disciples remained seated as the young apsaras distributed prasad among the people. It was a laddu which tasted of pure ghee and would melt in your mouth. After that started the pravachan about Lord Shiva and his willpower with which he became Nataraj and danced the cosmic dance. Guruji's voice reverberated in the entire temple premises. Lord Nataraj represents Panchakritta. The first is Srishti or creation, which is performed by the vibrations of Damru in his left hand. The second is Shamhar or destruction, which is represented by the fire in his right hand, which symbolizes transformation and not destruction in true sense. The third one is Sthiti for maintenance and protection, represented by the open palm of the forehand. Fourth one is Tirobhab or concealment, which means he is the creator of Maya, illusion or the wheel of ignorance. And the raised left foot represents Anugraha or liberation. Through this, he asks us to achieve liberation from ignorance and obtain moksha from the cycle of birth and death. Also, what you see lying in the Nataraja's feet is Apasmar, which represents the evils of ignorance and ego, which needs to be trampled beneath the feet to rise to the path of moksha. It went on late in the night, not a single person moved from their position till then. Such engrossing was the speech. After it ended, the effect remained. Grandma and Vicky drove back home. Vicky could still hear the mantras and the pravachan ringing in his ears when he went to bed. He seemed to be under a spell from it. After some time, he fell asleep. While sleeping, he could see his parents sleeping beside him like they used to do when he was a kid. His mother kissed his forehead and tapped him on the back to make him fall asleep, her melodious voice singing his favorite lullaby. He had not slept like this for years. Guru's words had healed him from deep inside. No dreams about the accident, no dreams of the car passing over his legs. This was a chapter from my book, Nataraj, the Shiva within us. This is a book which will give you an outlook about how people trust and believe in certain things and how some people make use of those beliefs and trusts and play with them using religion and beliefs and other things. I think you will like this book. This book is available in Amazon and in Ikkyota publishing website. So go to the book, go to the links and read this book and let me know how you feel about it. Thanks a lot.